What's up guys, this is Jimmy X and now only me the KnakAnytin. So quick one, in this video I'll be showing you a few tips that I use in mixing this particular project, this vocal, from sounding like this.
Sometimes before I blow, I must be 45.
To sounding like this.
Music is a dirty game. See, I no go fit to go far without to commit some crime.
You know, I tell my students mixing of vocals is very simple. You don't need much. It's all about understanding what you need to do at any particular given time. Once you lay your hand on a particular software, you know what you do with it. And also having it in mind that all you're doing is enhancing, creating and adding more life to a particular project. So without wasting much time, this particular song is from my artist Soli J featuring Mr. Delos, and the song is coming out very soon. So I produced the beat, I mixed and mastered it. So guys, wait for this song, and for the meantime, let's dive in straight into the video. Alright guys, so in this project, mixing of vocals is as simple as anything. It's as simple as ABCD. Only if you understand the do's and don'ts. If you understand the basics, then it will be easy for you to, enhance your skills and all that. And again, I tell my students that there are no rules. There are no rules. Yes, there are no rules. Just do your thing. If it sounds cool, it sounds cool. You understand? Not because Mr. A or Engineer A used compressor first, EQ second, and saturation for a third. Not because Mr. A did it like that, so it's a must that you must do it like that for your song or for your mixing to sound nice or cool. No, it doesn't work like that. That's why I said there are no rules. And again, mixes doesn't sound, you can't get one particular mix that sounds alike, or you can't get the exact two mixes. How do I say it? You can't get two mixes sounding the same. You understand? When I mix a particular song, and after mixing that particular song, if you wake me up again to mix that particular song the next day, I will mix it again, but it won't sound the same way the first one sounded. So there will be differences. There are differences, So mixing engineers have their own ears, their own style of mixing. It's just for you to understand what you need to do, all you want, knowing what your ear wants at any particular time. So this particular song, I mixed it and it's perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. You understand? Via the vocals, the recording and everything. So let me just play it again. This is without the plugins. I need to take off all this. So this is the vocal without any plugin.
I never stop, but people done the whisper to my ear. Say music is a dirty game. See, I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be 45. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh, someone should call me Canayo.
The delays we are on, I didn't even know. So this is it without anything on it. I think it's only okay. Nothing is on.
Before I blow, I must be 45. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh.
Yeah, this is the raw vocal. Now, this is it after all the effects on it. Yep. So this is it after the mixing.
I never stop, but people done the whisper to my ear. Say music is a dirty game. See, I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be 45. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh,
so it's just simple. Let me just take you through my my effect. So I'll start from the, as usual, I use my first EQ. Okay, before this, I start here first.
Someone should call me. Game, see I no go fit go far without
my auto tune. Of course, I retune speed. I use 10% of it. Then humanize. I use 30%. This is just what I do. This and this. I don't touch this. I don't touch this. So, key E major, soprano voice. Soprano voice. This is actually the best effect to use, the best input type to use. If you don't use the soprano voice, you can use bass instruments, you understand? But I prefer using soprano voice. So before this, I can still, I also added X noise stereo because I normally use it, but as you can see, there are no much noise on it. The background is cool because I did nice cleaning on the vocal. So there are no noise. I cleaned the background very well. But I also also add my X noiser, to give the vocal that calmness, to clean every other sibilances that could have occurred during the recording. So that's what I do here. So before this, let's proceed to the main mixing. So the first plugin is my EQ. Of course, I just roll off the lows. I don't really need this vocal. I don't need much of the lows. So I rolled off 156.73 hertz. Then did my boom cutout and some cutouts here, as you can see. It's raining. I hope this rain is not disturbing. Then my Vox format. Oh my god, I so much enjoy this plugin. So this is like the first compressor that I use. Is a parallel compression, a parallel compressor. It has EQ, compressor and EQ. There is EQ here. I can still do some tweaking. Then do my compression. Here is for the low end compression. Here is for the high compression. I also have my de-esser, so I do my first de-essing here. So this software have de-esser plugin on it. Then I do some saturation too. My presence, add some presence. Here I don't actually do anything here. I just leave it the way they are because they sound good to me. You understand? So this is a multi-band compression. That's what I use first after my first EQ. So before the plugin, this is how it was sounding. Now after the plugin, this is how it's sounding. So the next plugin is another EQ. This one is additive EQ to add up some of the things that I cut out, some of the frequencies that I removed. So to add them up here. I also rolled off some low end here. So here I rolled off 140.03 hertz. So my second compressor. So this is R compressor, R Vox compressor. So not really fast, just can still call it fast compression, but not really that hard compression. I never stop what people done the whisper to my ear. Say music is a dirty game. See I no go fit go far without to commit the exact amount of gain reduction here. So I added it back. Then I enjoy making use of this XXL channel stereo. Oh my god, it keeps me like, it wows my job. Guys, if you have this plugin, it's from Waves. If you have this plugin, try and understand, try and study it very well. It adds life. It beautifies, like, will I say beautifies? It adds more life to your vocal. Yeah, like it saturates, it EQs, compresses, and gives energy to your vocal. So I enjoy using it a lot. So without it, before the plugin, this is how it was sounding. Now, after adding it, this is before. Now, after adding it,
I must be fortified. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh.
This is more like an EQ with compression on it. You understand? So I did some adjusting. My high mid frequency, my low mid frequency, my low frequency, Then did some tweaking here and there. So
I never stop what people done. They whisper to my ear, say music is dirty.
Here comes my CL76 stereo. Oh my god, I love this compression. It pushes your mix, your vocal to the front, like it pushes it straight to the front, So I enjoy adding this particular compression last. That is my last compression. Whenever I'm done with all the necessary things I need to add, then I add it so that it will push it out. You understand? Then while pushing it out, there will be some frequencies that it will boost a lot of frequencies. So that what I do is, after adding this frequency, after adding this software, my next software will always be my second de-esser. So with this, without this software,
I no go fit go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh.
And with the software, with my compression, with my compressor, with my classic compressor.
I never stop what people done. They whisper to my ear, say music is a dirty game. See, I no go fit go far without to commit some crimes. Yeah. Before I blow, I must be fortified. Oh,
this is really nice. Then here comes my de-esser.
Before I blow.
In my next video, I will show you the proper way to make use of de-esser. Is you don't just impute your de-esser and start de-essing. If you are not careful enough, it will squash or it will destroy all you've created so far in terms of mixing. De-essing is one of the plugins that, if you use it very well, your vocal will come out very well, very smooth and soft. And at the same time, if you don't use it very well, it will squash and destroy whatever you might have labored to come up with. So this is before the de-essing. Although this vocal doesn't really need more, there are no much sibilances. The vocal, there are no much of the S's and hisses and all that. So I didn't do much on the de-essing anyway. So this is without the de-esser.
Before I blow, I'm gonna do sacrifice. Oh, I never stop what people done. They whisper to my ear.
Now with the de-esser.
Yeah, say music is a dirty game. See, I no go fit go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be 40.
Then my EQ, my reverb, yeah. If you're making use of this reverb stereo, is from Wave. This is the best reverb type to use. Plate 2 is the best to use. And did my tweaking and setup. You can screenshot this reverb setup. You can screenshot it, but I don't advise it anyway. Just understand it, understand the plugins too, because if you screenshot it, if you try to copy this preset, it might not work in all your vocals. You understand? So I don't do all this copying of preset. I don't make use of presets. I like making use of I like making use of my ear. Just understand what you need to do, then add your creativity, add your creativeness to what you are doing, and you get your results. So just understand the basics. So here, pre-delay, my timing, the size, reverb size. Here, this the diffusion is always low. Then the decay, I leave it like that. LA, RAF, I'll be referred, I'll be wanting. I don't even know the full meaning of this. I leave it the same way it is. Then my reverb minus 1.9. Then my weight stroke dry 16. Sometimes I go all the way to 19. I still EQ here, and still reverb damping, more like EQ. You understand? So this is without the reverb.
Fight, oh, before I blow, I'm gonna do sacrifice, oh.
And this is with the reverb.
I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear, say music is.
Sorry, I think the second reverb is on. I make use of two reverbs, actually.
He said dirty game, say I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified, oh. Before I blow, I must do sacrifice, oh.
So that is it for my major mixes. So these are my tools that I use in mixing my vocals. Not all the time. I mix vocals. I choose plugins depending on the vocals that I have. You understand? So proceeding to my second reverb. This is my second reverb.
I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear, say music is a dirty game. Say I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified, oh. Before I blow, I must do sacrifice, oh. I never stop, but people done they whisper.
Because you will have to send it to the mix bus. So this is it here. I sent it here. This is the compression. The same with my delay.
Whisper to my ear, say music is a dirty game. Say I no go fit to go far.
So this is the delay.
Without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified.
Of course, my delay. Mostly all my plugins, my mixing tools, my mixing softwares are mostly Waves and Fab Filter. Understand? But I make use of Waves more if I'm mixing my vocals. But my EQ, I enjoy using Fab Filter Pro Q3 from Fab Filter. Their EQ is really nice. It's well detailed. So yeah, this is my setup, my preset for my delay. Yep.
Before I blow,
I compressed too.
Before I blow, I'm gonna do sacrifice, oh. I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear, say music is.
And after all that, I needed the vocal to be more crispy. So I added virtual mix rack from Slate Digital. So I did some few tweaking here, as you can see. So now this is how it sounds finally.
He said dirty game, say I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified, oh. Before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh.
Now, this stuff that I did here sounds more like a saturation. You understand? Instead, sometimes I don't like making use of a saturation plugin. I just make use of some combined plugins to achieve something more than what saturation could give me. So without it.
I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear, say music is a
and with it.
Dirty game, say I no go fit to go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be fortified, oh. Before I blow, I must do sacrifice, oh. I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear. Say music is a dirty game. Say I no go fit go far without to commit some crimes. Before I blow, I must be 45. Oh, before I blow, I must do sacrifice. Oh.
Alright guys, that is it. So that's it. That is it for mixing of this vocal, you know. So, or if you want me to mix any of your job, if you need any mix, if you need a good mix, if you need a good mixing engineer, please guys, don't hesitate to contact me. My social media is there. Just type Jimmy X, Jimmy JIMMYEX, then space KnakAnytin. I'm there on social media. Just type Jimmy X on social media, you will see me. So guys, feel free to communicate. Let's work together. Right. So see you guys in my next video. Ciao ciao.
I never stop, but people done they whisper to my ear.